It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot, woot. Hi, everyone. This is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for another Must Sew TV tonight here at Patchworks. It is cold and chilly here in southeastern Wisconsin. Crazy weather. Glad to see a little bit of snow. I mean, it is winter, so we need a little bit of that. It's just kind of crazy how it's been sort of sputtering for the past 24, 36 something hours and still going to continue. So nothing better to do than sit back, relax, have a warm beverage or some water, and have some fun. Also a great time to be sewing in your sewing room, don't you think? So tonight we have a lot of really great things to share with you. We have a new sample that we finished with by Annie. I asked for your photos of your inspiration to be able to share with everyone, and so I have those to share with you. I also have a customer trunk show. Oh, we have some new fabrics and some other special announcements, so that's super fun. So I am behind the computer today, behind the camera, and I'm watching the comments as well. So let me know if you need something, and I can't wait to show you all the good stuff. So let's start first with our bundle of the week. So this is our bundle of the week, and this is new. And as I said, my bundle of the week, I'm just seeing if I posted online yet of the week, if it came up yet. Not yet. It didn't transfer over yet, so I can't share the link with you. This is a limited edition piece. I had so much fun with our Valentine's last week. I thought that I would have a different spin on Valentine's. This was my inspiration piece for this week's pick. It is a dark background with some nice grays, some beautiful fuchsias, light pink, that little bit of aqua turquoise, and then there is a little bit of matte gold in there, which is so on trend. And I thought, so there was this piece, and then it also came with this one and this one and this one. Pulling out from there, I thought this gorgeous Victoria Findlay Wolf was the perfect complement. And then this one, I believe, is from, it's also from Victoria Findlay Wolf, gorgeous, from Next Door Garden. And then some other blenders from the wall, as well as a, I believe, charcoal Kona solid. $34.99 for those of you that scoop it up in the next 24 hours. And we do have a limited number. We upped our count to 12 this particular week. So now, why did I choose this particular pack? Well, of course, we do like Valentine's and small prints and things like that. But I thought that collection would go super well with the Clam Up bags by Annie. So let me grab here. I have a set here. So the Clam Up bag is not just one cosmetic bag. We have here this really cute, wouldn't it be cute to like use the little cosmetic stuff for a cosmetic bag? This here has different sizes. So this particular one was shared with us from Jackie, who has a whole set of them. She did her own twist where she added a little bit of crinkly inside that she can wipe down on the inside, but I want to show you all the sizes here. So we have the large, the not so large, the medium small, and the tiny, tiny, tiny. So all of these 5, I'm going to go overhead here, all 5 you can make from a selection of fat quarters, fat eighths. And so with these 12, you could just go to town and make a whole bunch of these. So when you choose them, you would want to make sure that you also pick up some zippers. And I checked, and for a whole set, one of these zipper packs would go really, really well with it. And we have a whole bunch of pinks. I just happened to grab the raspberry. We have in our 30-inch the lipstick, the raspberry, and the crazy plum as well. So super, super fun, super great. You can do all sorts of really amazing things with this, but $34.99, you can make a whole bunch of these and pair it with your Biani clam up pattern. I have all of them here. I should have alphabetized them, but I didn't, because that would just be too easy, right? Too easy to have them all alphabetized so we can look at them. But the clam up bag right here, super cool. And we have that whole section. I'm going to share the link for our Biani collection with you, so that if you had wanted to shop any of those parts, you absolutely can. And I'm also just quick checking to see if that bundle of the week is online yet. Sometimes it takes a minute for everything to update, and it hasn't quite gotten there yet. So that's all right. We'll be able to see that a little bit later tonight. But really exciting. Oh, here it is. It just arrived. Yay, it just arrived. So I'm just copying that for you. Copy the link. Share it with you. Perfect. All right. Oh, it's not. So that's our bundle of the week there for you. So super cool. There you have it. And what's a zipper pack? Oh, thank you, Karen. So a zipper pack, Zippers by the Yard, is 4 yards of 16mm zipper tape and 16 extra large zipper pulls. Okay, it is $24.95. You have all of this amazing zipper and all of these great tapes. So you'd be able to have set them up as the double zippers, or save them to just have single pulls if you have a whole bunch of these short guys here. Okay, so really, really, really fun and exciting. You can line them, you can put tabs on them. Really cool. But I thought could be really fun. And then if you made these for your friends for Valentine's Day, you can stuff them with chocolates. Yes, very fun. All right. So what else do we have going on tonight? Well, I want to show you the pack that, or the tote that we teased you with, the great fabric behind me. And we had Angie quilt up some of the really gorgeous crossweave on the long arm using the Totally Stable as the batting. Really, really cool. So she did that for us, and she could do that for you too. And Karen went home and made a travel duffel bag, 2.1. Doesn't this look professional? Oh my gosh, super awesome. I love these arrows here that we have. because I think it's really elegant, and I thought that the texture really put the bag up a notch. A lot of times we really love decorative fabric and decorative designs, but if you were making this for someone who was not super quilty, or you were going on a business trip or something and didn't want to show all of your great quilty flair, this is super elegant with the great texture of the stitching. We put some travel fabric on the inside, and let me see if we can see the inside here overhead. I don't know how good we're going to be able to get this. So in here we have some gorgeous finished seams, and I believe this is using the fold over elastic there. And then we have some pockets, zipper. This little sleeve goes over your luggage to be able to wheel it around. A little hidey hole for putting in some stuff, maybe a newspaper, if we read newspapers anymore, I don't know. And then we have some pockets on the front, and then zipper pockets. And then you can put something in the side, like your water bottles or your snacks. Love the snacks. Now, on the bottom of this, and Karen made me a little note here, this is the stabilizer sleeve. And so what does that mean? So the stabilizer sleeve means that By Annie also has these purse bottoms for some of these different type of totes and bags. And so we have several of them in. And this one here, this is an acrylic, a base stabilizer. It has a rounded corner. You could fashion your own stabilizer bottom if you wish. The nice one about this with the acrylic is that it is nice and polished and the edges are rounded so that it is really nice. And then we just put that in the bottom so it helps just officially keep everything nice without adding a ton of weight to it. And then all of the sleeves, you can make a fancy sleeve for it so that it just is just finished, right? It's just perfect and finished. So Kathy wants to know, was the bag quilted before or after being put together? So thank you, Kathy, for asking the question. And so with these, you actually quilt your fabric beforehand, which is why I was talking about how we had Angie quilt pieces of fabric together. And I posted that to social media, and so all of you might not have seen that. So we just took the 1.5 yards or 2 yards of fabric, put the stabilizer, totally stable in as the batting, and then had the lining fabric as the quilt back. Okay, so you'd want to follow the same principles as if you were having a quilt quilted. So you need to make sure that the back is larger than the front. And if in this case you would have a seam in it in order for it to be quilted, you know, that's okay. The other thing you could do if you had wanted to just quilt 2 widths of fabrics are that you could put little borders on the edge so that you'd take those off, but you do need to make sure that your back is bigger than your front, and she'd be more than happy to quilt those up. And then you just treat it like your pieces so that you cut your pattern pieces out and put it together. I hope that answered your question, Kathy, and anyone else who wanted to know that. But super, super fun, and we will show you some more great projects this session here that I have to show you. And then starting in February, the second week in February, we are going to start with a technique a month where we are going to share with you how fun and easy it is to work with these projects. So we're just continuing to tease you and tempt you so that you are intrigued and want to know more. All right, so let us take a peek at some of the projects that were shared on our Patchworks Party. So Patchworks Party, for those of you who don't know, is our Facebook group that allows you to share photos and talk with each other and ask questions with your Patchworks friends. I have a little link here for that if you are not familiar with it. And it is a really fun little group to play with. I gleaned these photos from our Facebook group because I had thrown out last week, I had asked everyone if you had any By Annie bags to share them with us. So let's take a peek at what we have. So in no particular order, we have some gorgeous bags here. This is from Jerry and Diane and Sue. Oh, we're going to talk about this one later. This is from Linda Irwin. It's a service project. This is the outside of the Stash and Dash. Here's the outside and the inside that we showed. Really, really fun. We are going to be grabbing that pattern and adding it to our collection, our ever-growing pattern selection. Alyssa shared several views of her bag here. Oh, super cute. Robin shared her project bag, and we do carry the vinyl here. That's a clear vinyl. So the clear vinyl comes in a little tube like this. Oh, you can't see me. Let's see. So the clear vinyl comes in a little tube like this, and it comes 18 or 16 by 54. Okay, so it's a really long piece, but it comes all nice in a tube, so it stores really nice. Sarah mashed up a couple patterns, and this one isn't an official By Annie. She has been making a lot of different bags, but I just thought it was so stunning that I wanted to show you. This is the side and this is the front view. Oh, such a great job. Jerry and Sue have so many amazing pieces to share. This is another Sue. This is a wine bag tote with wine glasses. This is on the back of a car seat. Really nice traveler there. So amazing. When I'm showing you pictures, I can't see any comments, so I'll go back and check the comments right after. And you can look at these more carefully on our Patchworks Party page. And if you want to ask the makers anything, they've already responded with responses for people who've had questions. Oh, here are some of those great clam-up bags. Oh, this is Alyssa's bag again. Really, really, really fun. So you all have been playing with the By Annie patterns, which is super exciting. And we're just so happy to be able to carry them now. Okay, so I'm back to be able to see your comments. I know I went really fast with those pictures, but I want you to go in and join our Facebook group so that you can look at them zoom in on them, check them out, ask the makers questions. And thank you to everyone for sharing, and keep those pictures coming, because we can never have enough inspiration. And we haven't been sharing show and tell from the group for a while, so you'll have to let me know if you want me to go back and start incorporating themed show and tell in our weekly programs, so that you can see a lot of the good stuff that's going on. All right, so I am going to show you some of the live trunk show we have. So we started making our samples here. We made that one, and then last week I shared with you that we have the Snapshot 2 versions, the large and the small size that we had done. And the Decoville, this one has the Decoville, this one has the Soft and Stable. We just got a bolt of Decoville back in late this afternoon, so that's finally back in stock. Not sure if it's on the website yet, but we'll make sure it gets added in. And oh my goodness, this is so incredible. So I have some additional samples here to share with you, and these are done by Jackie, and so the fabric was all from here, but not necessarily currently from here, because this is from her personal collection, and I just wanted to share with you things that we have to share. So this one she brought in today, and this is the brand new pattern that is called Sidekick. So this one can go on your mobility assistant, so like a walker, okay? And so it can go over the front there and clip onto the sides. And you have some great compartments to hold things. Some pockets and some back pockets. So really nice. And then it also can go over a chair. Lots of different things that you can use this for. So I know that Jackie was saying that she has a lot of people in her life that need mobility assistance, and being able to have a nice, neat, tight carrier is super cool to be able to put on those bags or those devices. So this is the Sidekick, which is a brand new pattern, and we're probably not, yeah, this one right here, the saddlebag organizer here. So that is this one right here. And I may not be able to match all of the bags with the pieces here. So this one here, this is Switchback. And this is a convertible backpack or bag. And it helps if you don't have a sweater on as you're putting these on. This has a clip, zipper on the inside, straps, pockets on the inside. Really fun switchback. Thank you to everybody who's logging on. I see you're still joining, which is fabulous. Oh my gosh, these here. So these are 2 different ones, and I was going to match these up ahead of time. I should have a, if you're on, let me know. Okay, so we have 2 different sizes here, and I love how every different variation of piece here has its own piece. So actually, we don't even have this one still in stock. We keep selling out of everything and bringing them back. Super cool. So we have the large organizer and the small organizer. Ooh, look at this. This is the ultimate travel bag, I believe. Gorgeous. All the great hardware. And this thing here on the side here, this particular ring, because it's not a D-ring that's so open, this triangular D-ring is really nice because it doesn't flop. So a lot of times when we make quilty purses, we use just the regular D-ring, but this piece of hardware helps it have a more polished finish and helps it function better. So if you've ever had any issues with your home sewn, your boutique bags that you've made and they've been floppy, try out this piece of hardware because it's really, really nice. And with the sliders and a shoulder bag, like shoulder strap like this, it is comfortable, sturdy, and spacious. But wait, there's more. This is night and day, and the rationale behind night and day is that you carry the large purse during the day, tote around all of your things, and inside in your wallet is actually the night bag, which when it's after 5 and you're ready to go out, you want to be elegant, and so you're going to take your small bag with you as you go out. Okay, when you are trouncing around all day at work, you have all your stuff with you. You have your water bottle, you have your this, that, and the other, your maybe even a little bit for lunch. And the thing that I didn't realize is that this is reversible. So you can have it be this way one day and turn it around and be this way the next day. So super nice. The day bag has a tie for a closure rather than a zipper for a closure, and that way it does allow it to be reversible. And this one pops inside and it can act as your wallet or be its own separate purse. And this has the zippers as well as a non-zippered pouch in between them. Ah, reversible, yes. This one here, this is the flip case, and this is a multi-size pattern as well. This is the largest size. Can open this up. This can hold your knitting needles. You can hold your other, you can put like a pencil case on the inside here. You could have all sorts of amazing things. But then you flip it down, and then there's some mesh on the inside there that you can store some things. And it stands up really, really nice. And then when you're ready to go, like if you're going on a retreat and you want to have all of your quilty tools in here in a little mug or something, and then you just zip it up and nothing falls out, and it's all just great. Because, you know, sometimes I go somewhere sewing and I like to have things standing up and next to me, but I always then put it in a pouch to go somewhere, and then it feels like I'm just going inside of which zippered pouch is where, because it doesn't make sense. Barb thinks this would be great for a bottle of wine. I think that'd be a good idea too. Oh my gosh, look at this. So this is the Shop Hop fabric from a few years ago, and I'm really excited because this year's Shop Hop fabric, which is coming out in June, and yes, we're in it, and yes, we have all the fabric on order. Lisa Bonjean, who designed this particular fabric line, she is the designer of the 2023 fabric line as well. So really excited about that. So this super cute backpack, super, super cute. It could be a nice backpack for an adult, but it also is a really great size for a small human. And there are all of these really, really awesome inside things. So this is not the first project to probably take on, but it is a great, great, great project and is super, super cute. And with all of these, anytime you would quilt the fabric before you would use it. Okay, and I got one more to show you right here. I haven't opened, and this one, oh my gosh, this is so awesome. So this one is really exciting. One of the reasons is because it is made of scraps. So this was improvisationally pieced from all of the leftovers, or from some of the leftovers that Jackie had from Toes in the Sand. And she just put things together to make her own fabric, both the outside and the lining, okay? And then she just quilted it up. She did a little meander, practicing her skills, and then turned it into a bag. So just how fabulous is that, to be able to take all of your throwaways and turn it into a magnificent piece of art. So for those of you that know Quilty Julie from forever ago, you know that I like to just collect all the little itty bits of scraps and work with small pieces. And so I've been trying to only save larger scraps, but looking at this, I'm like, oh my goodness, I have to go back and save all the scraps to be able to make things like this. So really, really, really fun. So these are amazing, and Jackie has them here with us. I think we might be able to keep them for a day or two if you wanted to stop in to be able to take a peek at them. We do have them behind the counter because we want to make sure that nothing happens to them, as these are treasures to be able to have and be able to share with you. So if you happen to be in the store in the next couple days and want to look at these a little bit closer, make sure to just ask and we'd be more than happy to share them with you. And we keep extending our pattern selection. I believe right now we have 35 of the patterns in stock. And as there's ones that you think we need that we don't have, let me know, and I'll make sure that we add them to our pattern wall. And just this week, we had 2 requests for in the mix. I believe that's one that Sue Dibb had shown, and then Roll With It, which was the yoga mat. So I don't know if these are online yet. And then the Stash and Dash that Diane just shared to our Facebook group that I showed you earlier in the show. So thank you to all for all your inspiration, and keep that inspiration coming because it's just so amazing. So who wants to look at some new fabric? All right, so we have a couple new lines of fabric that came in, and I have yet to get them on the site, but I wanted to make sure that I could show them to you. And of course, if there was anything you needed or wanted, let me know and give a holler, and we'll make sure that we can hook you up and cut packs accordingly. So any of the things that I'm showing you, always feel free to ask if you want curated collections, special cut towers. Even if you had a pattern that you need a kit cut ahead of time, I'd be more than happy to do that for you. Just give us a little bit of leeway to be able to make that happen, and we can totally make sure that we can make it as quick and efficient for you to pick up and be on your way if you don't have time to shop in the store. All right, so the first collection I want to share with you today is Gingerbur's Meadowmere. So Gingerbur's Meadowmere, this has a Morris-esque look to it. And what do I mean by Morris-esque? So William Morris is an artist who's been around, and one of the things that he's known for is having the symmetrical look as well as having clean lines. And so I think that this particular fabric line, a lot of it does have some of that qualities with it. So it has a little bit of gold metallic, which is very on trend, and it has these colors, these rich reds, that orangey red look, and the peaches. So really, really beautiful. So we have the full line in stock and on the bolt. This also has a panel. So there are 33 fabrics in the line plus a panel. We do have the Jelly Roll, Charm Pack, and Layer Cake. And let's take a peek overhead so that we can look at those fabrics in the collection. All right, so, oh, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. This mushroom here, so mushrooms are a big thing. Oh, I'm just gonna make our little logo go away. We know who we are. Okay. Really cool. And we have some bugs. And some olive greens. Very interesting textures here. Some mustard yellows, light oranges, this deep tangerine sort of color. I love that. And then we have the cream backgrounds. This big print, let's look at it a little bit larger. So you can see here that we have butterflies on the flower and caterpillars climbing up the vine here. So we have this symmetrical floral work here, but everything works together. And then there's some hidden things that you look at it, not as obscure as some of the hidden things that you might find in some of the Tula artwork. This is more traditional and more realistic in nature of what you're seeing and the colors. Very, very beautiful. So we do have that full line. And Barb wants to know, what does the panel look like? What does the panel look like? So let's look up front here, and the panel is a large 36-inch. There are 4 different squares here. So happiness is a butterfly. It's not what the world holds for you, it's what you bring to it. And then let's look at the bottom. Where flowers bloom, so does hope. And then we have the lovely flowers. They make me regret. The lovely flowers embarrass me. They make me regret I am not a bee. With that gold print there, I was having a hard time reading it backwards to be able to share that with you. So Diane shared that, yes, that would be beautiful, cool for a bag. So we have that, and then there are two patterns that go along with this line. We have fluttering, and fluttering is little ladybugs here. Now the open wings and closed wings are the same size of block. So if you did want all open wings, you would just have your wings touching, which could be an interesting look. This one finishes 77 by 81, and it uses a fat quarter bundle. And then we have forage, and forage is really interesting. It has the mushrooms and then butterflies. I was thinking that this could be interesting as a bed runner. And then, well, my inner child kept on singing the Mario Brothers theme song, because if you are from that era, you remember little Mario hopping on the mushrooms, eating coins, and saving the princess. So very, very fun. And I'm curious if that occurred to Natalie as she was designing the pattern. Who knows? Who knows? All right, so I'm just going to lay this here for you. The lovely flowers. Oh, I'm just quick checking. Ginny has posted a question. So she saw that we got Clover Blossom Farm from Kansas Troubles, and she wants to know if we have the jelly roll. And I know you find it hard to believe, but I actually don't know. So Ginny, we received 12 pieces from that particular collection, and I am going to grab them to show you. We did not receive any of the other pre-cuts. We just got 12 pieces of the fabric to be able to make a fat stack, to be able to share that particular line with you. So what we will do is grab that in a moment to be able to show that to you. Keep on asking questions. If I would happen to miss your question while we're talking tonight, I will go back afterwards and check. And so thank you to those of you who've already asked me to put things aside for you. We will absolutely do that. And I appreciate you for wanting those particular items. Thank you so much. Oh, while we're talking about that and I'm putting this away, tomorrow night we're going to have a really special night. We are going to have a special Friday night live sale. It's going to be really exciting. So you're going to want to make sure to tune in. Some of those deals will be available after the fact, and Saturday is local quilt shop day. So anything that wouldn't sell would be available in the shop as well. So that's super exciting. But for those of you, we don't do a ton of live sales, and I know we had fun the last time we did one. So hopefully you'll be able to join us, and we might even have a special guest along the way. I'm going to grab date night here first before I pull the Clover Blossom Farm, because this one is right close to me. So we did get Clover Blossom, and let me share that with, date night. Basic Gray, date night. So I love Basic Gray. So we have this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous fat quarter tower, and we do have pre-cuts. We received a half collection of the yardage, including all of the gorgeous, sumptuous florals that go with this line. Now, the really cool thing, I don't have any other previous Basic Gray little black dress sequences, but this is like the, I don't know, fifth or sixth fabric line in the little black dress theme. And I love, love, love the taupes and creams. This goes beautifully well with grunge as well. So really, really awesome. And so if you have some leftover little black dress, go ahead and pick some of this up. And if you've never collected before, well, you can go ahead and start your collection. Fran wants to know if our live sale is going to be the same time on Friday night. And yes, thank you so very much. And the show tomorrow night will be at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock until we drop. All right, so what else do we have to share with you? I have just received the sun washed here. Sun washed, I'm grabbing that from off screen. I have too many carts with all sorts of amazing things. So Sun Washed is a line by Corey Yoder, and it is bright and cheery and springy. And we have pre-cuts here for Sun Washed. And then we have a small selection of prints that are super cute to be able to add to those. So I'm just going to go overhead so that we can look at those beautiful bolts of fabric. Oh, Mary has a question. She wants to know if we are still a drop-off place for pillowcases. We currently have not been a drop-off place. However, this spring we are looking to have designated drop-off times so that we can continue to work with some of the wonderful organizations that we haven't worked with for a while. Storage has always been a little bit of a challenge for us. So, but we would love to be able to partner to be able to have you have the opportunity for dropping things off. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. Aren't these bright and cheery fabrics? Super bright and cheery. This is Sun Washed by Corey Yoder. So for this spring, there have been a few collections that we decided to just kind of change some stuff up, where we bring in a smaller selection of some of my favorite pieces and incorporate that with some pre-cuts. So that is this particular one. Another one that is, we've just been getting lots and lots and lots of new fabric, which is super exciting. And we will continue to get full collections. We just want to make sure that we can represent as many of the designers that we know and love as possible. Because, you know, there's only so many shelves in the shop. I know. We can just build up, right? We'll just take over the whole block. What do you think? The whole block, all of Elm Grove, just giant patchworks. That'd be fun. All right, so that is Sun Washed. And circling back to Ginny, I just was looking around. I don't have a pack handy. So I will have a pack for next week, but feel free to stop in the shop so that you can check out the new Kansas Troubles that we have added into the collection. Okay, what else do we have? Well, I have I've been showing you on social media yummy, yummy pictures of this particular kit, of all the things that Heidi's been working on. So this is the Glimmer and Gleam quilt. So Glimmer and Gleam, this is a quilt along featuring a pattern by Sarah J. So this is the same designer as Block Bonanza and some of the other amazing patterns that we've had in the shop. Let me, oops, are you still there? We're still here. I think we blipped for a second. So I have here for Glimmer and Gleam, Sherry wants to know if our background color can be changed out. Absolutely. So the background color here is white. It's actually two colors, with white, with the back here as being a light gray. And if you would prefer to have black or something, let us know. We'd be more than happy to swap it out. I know that it's been shown in dark gray or different things. One of the things that I want to show you about this particular kit is how we went ahead to mark the fabrics. So it's hard to tell on grunge because they all have the same number on the selvage. So here, I don't want to disturb this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous piece here that she has all set up. Okay, let's flip to the back. Let's flip to the back. Okay. Each of the pieces has a sticker on it. And the sticker has what fabric it is, the SKU. So all grunges are color or are pattern number 30150, but this color is 292. And then you have 3/8 of a yard. So super helpful, super useful, especially when you are working with fabrics where you have lots and lots and lots of different shading. This particular kit has close to 20 yards of fabric in it. It is massive. And you can see here that we have the white with a little bit of light gray here for our checkerboard border. But you could use a solid, you could use all sorts of different things, and we'd be more than happy to switch that out. So thank you, Sherry, for asking that. The kit is $249.99. We also have the pattern available separately. And I want to share with you that Sarah J has a blog post on the Moda website. I'm sharing that with you. And so she is going to be doing a different video or a series of videos every single month. We are going to start our sewing first in February, and we'll be making the quilt along with her. So you'll have some supplemental training as well. Don't worry, we haven't started sewing yet. We are first gearing up and making sure that you can all get your patterns and fabric and be able to play along with that. The pattern is available separately. As I said, it is $15. And the quilt is 84 by 96. So it's a really nice, large bed-size quilt. And it is done here in rainbow, but you know, if rainbow is not your thing and you want to do it in Meadowmere, by all means, you can go ahead and do that and have it just be a beautiful floral quilt. No problem. So we can help you hook up with that if that was something that you wanted to do where you just wanted to have it be a totally different look. Okay. What else do I have behind me? Heidi finished up the gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous cinnamon and cream quilt that I showed you last week. I had the flimsy hanging on the back So it is this kit right here. It is a 57 by 57. And the full quilt, oh, Angie did such a great job quilting it. We quilted it with a light peach thread. I'm going to throw it underneath the overhead camera here. Look at this, it's so cute. Now Nancy was going ahead and she was making it, and she pointed out that in the pattern it references a paw print for the feet. But in the kit, they included this dark brown for both the paws and the nose. It says the proper fabric on the back cover of the pattern, but inside it makes it look like you're looking for a paw print. And I just want to make sure if you were making this that you know that the dark brown is what we used and that is what the kit called for. So I'm going to show you it in its full glory, and we'll be hanging this up in the front of the shop so you'll be able to see it. Isn't this pretty? So it's a 57 square. It has this really great green border binding. And look at what we put on the back. It's so cute. These woodland creatures are super, super, super cute. So really, really fun. We just picked another amazing fabric to put on the back and had a lot of fun with it. So that is the cinnamon and cream that we have there. All right. Two more things I want to tease you with that came in. We didn't finish unboxing everything, but we are super excited. I have to share that with you. And then we will be featuring some of this in our live sale tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. All right, and this is some brand new cuddle that came in. Oh my goodness. This cuddle, so we got in some of the Cuddle Cloud. So this is brand new. This has, it's like a double-sided here. So not a fleece, but if you were making something like a robe, you could have it be unlined because you have this on the other side. But if you wanted to still use it as in a self-biting blankie, the back side of a quilt, you absolutely can do that. There's just this other finished element of it that is super fun. And so we have a variety of prints that I will be sharing with you. We also got in this really cool stuff. It's heavy. It is heavy. Urgh. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So we have the Arctic Owl in a couple of the colors, and I just had to share that with you. It's super high pile and really, really fun. And oh, I could just imagine a luxe throw, a infinity scarf with it, all sorts of fun stuff for that. Karen wants to see the back of the quilt again. So this is something that still is in our back sale room. I don't know what the exact print is, but isn't that cute? You want to quick stock the clearance fabric to be able to pick that up. We do, I think, have it in 2 colors in the clearance, and then we have some other fabrics that are very, very similar to it in our other pieces. Barbara wants to know if we can quilt the Arctic Owl. You absolutely can quilt the Arctic Owl like you could quilt any of the luxes, and you just want to make sure that you have a work with a long armer who is familiar with working with the cuddle. I know that Angie does a great job with the cuddles, and she does prefer always to have at least a light batting in there. because of how the nap would otherwise pull. And sometimes when you quilt those, you actually use a longer stitch length. So you would absolutely want to make sure that you would discuss it with Angie before you'd have her do that. But she has done a ton of the other Luxe Cuddles before and just says they work great. One thing that you do always want to keep in mind when you're working with any of the cuddles are that your selvage is on the side from the stretch. You want to make sure that you don't have stretch vertically, that any of the stretch goes side to side. All right. What else do I have to share with you? One last thing that I have right in front of me is I wanted to just give a nod to our Jaybird Fussy Shapes. So we have the Fussy Shapes back in stock here, and Julie Herman's going to be starting a quilt along with the Candy Dish and Rock Candy. She's going to be doing fat 1/8 packs of the Tiny Beasts. And I wanted to share with you, we don't have them on our website yet, but we have a limited number of fat 1/8 packs of all of the Tiny Beasts that would be totally appropriate for kits for her quilt along. So let us know if you needed any of that to be able to play along with her. Next week, I'll be sharing with you the full calendar or the full temperature rundown for the month of January. Up until recently, it's been a pretty boring month, but we will be able to share that temperature grid with you so that if you were going to be starting with that, you can also have your easy peasy temperature guide ready to go so that you don't have to worry about that. All right. Any questions for me before we go tonight? We had a lot of really great things that we talked about. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun for sure. I'm just checking my notes here to make sure that I wasn't going to share anything else with you. I'm just going to put in the comments here the Fussy Cut shapes so that you had those at the handy ready. So tomorrow night, I'll type that here, tomorrow night, live sale, and we will have fun with that. Who knows what you will see? I promise you there are some great deals, some things that haven't happened onto our table of chaos yet. Saturday is local quilt shop day, so you'll want to make sure to stop by here to say hello. We are open on Saturday from 9 to 4, our regular hours, and then of course closed on Sunday and Monday. Thanks for joining us and spending an hour of time with us this evening. I look forward to talking with you again tomorrow night and seeing you soon. Happy quilting.